1800 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Prime Minister says the government is making all-out efforts to provide maximum relief to the people despite difficult economic situation. The Foreign Minister has urged the United Nations to act decisively by taking immediate steps to halt India's dangerous policies. Pakistan says it will continue to play its role for reduction of tension and ensuring peace and stability in the region. China, terming Kashmir as a disputed territory, has called for its resolution through a United Nations supervised plebiscite. Iran has warned foreign countries to withdraw their forces from the Middle East. The ICC Under-19 World Cup will start in South Africa from tomorrow. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan says the government is making all-out efforts to provide maximum relief to the people despite difficult economic situation. Chairing a meeting on measures to control prices of commodities and provide relief to the people in Islamabad today, he said the present government's only priority is to provide relief to the people. The Prime Minister directed all the ministries and departments concerned to present a report on the implementation of measures regarding public relief and its results within 2 days. Prime Minister Imran Khan says Pakistan welcomes United Nations Security Council discussing the situation in Jammu and Kashmir again. In a tweet today, he said being an internationally recognized dispute, Kashmir remains on the Security Council's agenda, and its consideration by the Council reflects a recognition of the seriousness of the prevailing situation there. The Prime Minister said Kashmir dispute must be resolved in accordance with the relevant United Nations Security Council resolutions and the will of the Kashmiri people. He said we will continue to provide moral, political and diplomatic support to the Kashmiri people until they secure their inalienable right to self-determination. The Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi has urged the United Nations to act decisively by taking immediate steps to halt India's dangerous policies. Talking to the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres in New York, he said the United Nations should discourage India from provoking a conflict with Pakistan and avert a humanitarian catastrophe and growing dangers to peace and stability in South Asia. Briefing the Secretary General on the grave situation in occupied Kashmir, the Foreign Minister said 8 million Kashmiris continue to be placed under indefinite curfew, lockdown and communications blackout for over 5 months now. The Secretary General expressed the importance of maintaining peace and stability in South Asia and the Gulf region through political dialogue, diplomatic solutions and respect for human rights. The Special Assistant on Information and Broadcasting, Dr. Firdaus Ashikawan, says second meeting of the United Nations Security Council on occupied Kashmir in 5 months is an acknowledgement that it is a recognized international dispute. In a tweet today, she termed it a diplomatic success of Pakistan. She said the echo of legitimate, legal and democratic rights of the Kashmiri people was heard at the biggest forum of the world, which negated the Indian claims that the issue is its internal matter. Pakistan says it will continue to play its role for reduction of tension and ensuring peace and stability in the region. At the weekly news briefing in Islamabad today, the Foreign Office spokesperson Aisha Farooqi said Pakistan is an important country in the region and it has historic relations with Iran, Saudi Arabia and the United States. Aisha Farooqi said the foreign minister during his engagements in Tehran and Saudi Arabia put forward Pakistan's point of view that war is in nobody's interest and that we are partner for peace. The spokesperson said the second briefing to the United Nations Security Council on the situation in occupied Kashmir in 5 months constitutes success of Pakistan to highlight the plight of the oppressed Kashmiri people. This is Radio Pakistan. China's ambassador to the United Nations, Yang Jun, has said China recognizes Kashmir as a disputed territory between India and Pakistan and supports the United Nations resolutions calling for the exercise by the Kashmiri people of their inalienable right to self-determination through a United Nations supervised plebiscite. Talking to the media at the United Nations headquarters, he said China's position on Kashmir dispute is very clear. Earlier, the United Nations Security Council again discussed the prevailing grave situation in occupied Kashmir, which was put under military siege and lockdown by the Narendra Modi-led communal government in New Delhi when it revoked the special status of the territory in August last year. The Chinese ambassador to Pakistan, Yao Xing, says his country has always supported Pakistan's stance on Kashmir dispute as the Indian occupation is unjustified and illegal. Addressing a ceremony in Islamabad today, he said China has once again raised the Kashmir issue at the United Nations Security Council, aiming at establishing peace and stability in the region. The Chinese envoy said the dispute should be resolved as per the aspirations of the Kashmiri people as promised by the United Nations Security Council. With regard to CPAC, he said it is one of the biggest examples of mutual trust, cooperation, and confidence that both countries have for each other. The American ambassador to Pakistan, Paul W. Jones, called on the Naval Chief Admiral Zafar Mahmood Abbasi in Islamabad today. Matters pertaining to mutual interest, including bilateral maritime cooperation and regional security situation, were discussed during the meeting. Major General Babar Iftikhar has been appointed as the new Director General of the Inter-Services Public Relations, replacing Major General Asif Ghafoor. According to ISPR, Major General Asif Ghafoor has been given a new assignment of General Officer Commanding Okada. Iran has warned foreign countries to withdraw their forces from the Middle East or face severe consequences if they stay in the region. In a televised speech, President Hassan Rouhani said Tehran is now enriching more uranium than it did before agreeing to a nuclear deal with the world powers in 2015. The American Special Inspector General for Afghanistan Reconstruction, John F. Sopko, says the American officials have routinely lied to the public during the 18-year war to create a false appearance of success. Speaking in the U.S. Congress, he said American officials falsely claimed major gains in Afghanistan. John F. Sopko criticized the Trump administration for classifying information that shows the war is going badly. In Afghanistan, 11 policemen and 10 Taliban militants have been killed in clashes in northern province of Kunduz. According to Afghan authorities, 66 militants have surrendered to government security forces in eastern Kunar and western Ghor provinces. And now news about sports. The ICC Under-19 World Cup 2020 will start in South Africa from tomorrow. 16 teams are taking part in the tournament. Pakistan is placed in Group C along with Scotland, Zimbabwe, and Bangladesh. The Pakistan Cricket Board has announced T20 squad for the upcoming Bangladesh series beginning from the 24th of this month. Babar Azam will be the team captain, while other players include Shoaib Malik, Shaheen Shah Afridi, Mohammad Hafiz, Babar Iftikhar Ahmed, Imad Wasim, Khushdil Shah, Mohammad Hasnain, Mohammad Rizwan, Musa Khan, Shadab Khan, Usman Javed, and three youngsters, Hassan Ali, Ahmad Bhatt, and Haris Rauf. Former captain Sarfaraz Ahmed has not been included in the squad. And finally, the weather. Mainly cold and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country, while very cold conditions have been forecast in upper parts in North Balochistan. Cloudy weather conditions with rain snowfalls over the hills is expected at isolated places in Gilgit-Baltistan, Kashmir, and its adjoining hilly areas during the next 12 hours. However, fog is likely to prevail at a few places of plain areas of the Punjab during night hours. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link, facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.